Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Every time I see these set of people in your news, I wonder if they would say what they needed to say to you, to your face. I just wonder if they only say what they're saying when they know that they're going to be put in the paper, but do they have networks and do they have social systems where they can be among you and talk to you and say what they need to say to your face? Because it seems as though people create concoctions. You create a situation where you know the ingredients are wrong. You're starting with bad ingredients, okay? You start wrong. And then when it turns out wrong, you complain that it's wrong. The system is a failure. Something is not working. I don't have money to buy this for my kids. I need a better house. You start wrong and then you show up in the system complaining. And I wonder if these social activists and all these people, the advocates and whoever else they are they telling you what they really need to tell you to your face? Are they saying it to you to your face? Because this can't be real. This cannot be real. Every time you look in your paper, you're talking about the same thing over and over and over, and you keep on bringing kids into the system. Poor. Okay? They end up in the poor system, the poor bracket. Poor. And then you complain. Every holiday, a child moves off with wherever or whoever, or do whatever they're doing. And then they usually return. So Donisha, she is, it's not usual that they don't return after the holiday. But in this particular case, she has not returned. It's strange to see a principal of a school getting in the midst, but he seemed to have gotten in the midst with this particular Donisha Thompson. Okay, here she is. She's still missing since Easter was coming around, and you know how the holidays come around and young girls go missing. But these two in the news talking about the same thing over and over and over and over. It's like a circus. It's like going to the circus and seeing the same performances, the same moves. You know what they're going to do. You know what they're going to say. Everything is like rehearsed, just rehearsed. And it's really embarrassing. It's kind of insulting. It's kind of like a broken record. You need to do better, and you need to speak to people. You need to get them in a room, go maybe part of the parent teacher association meetings. When they have meetings, you need to go to the schools and look people in the face and tell them what you need to tell them to their faces, because getting in the paper and saying the same thing over and over again, it does not work. It's not going to work. You have to convince people in Barbados, females in Barbados, not to have children if they're poor. Stop having children if you're poor. Introduce them to ways and means of avoiding pregnancies. Tell them, educate them. But getting in the paper like this all the time is futile. It's futile. Okay? It's a failed system because women are having children while they're poor, while they're unemployed. The guy that they had the child from is unemployed. You're still living in your mom's house, your grandmother's house. The house you're living in only has one bedroom, not enough space for a child. And then when there are multiple children, boy and girl, you don't have enough room for them. It's a failed system through and through. And it is known. It is known. Okay? They need more cows. This is getting off the subject, but they need more cows in Barbados to produce milk so that you don't have a milk shortage. Why can't you also see that you need more education in Barbados to stop the failed system of having children while you're poor? Why can't you pump more money into education? The same way you're going to pump money into the dairy industry to get more cows. Why don't you pump some more money? I mean, major money. Have teachers, specialty teachers, to teach children how to respect their bodies, how to respect what can come from their body even before it comes from their body. The first environment is the womb. And you need to have people teaching this and saying it over and over to young children. They'll listen. Don't ever think that they won't listen. They will listen and they will understand. If you are not eating well, if you don't have a job, you cannot support a child. It will be a failed system. Okay? A failed system. You're not seeing the 5%ers in the news. You're not seeing them in the news. How can they do it and you can't? How can they avoid the failed system and you can't? Have you ever asked yourself that? You've got to do better. You've got to do better. Every time I see Marsha, every time I see this guy in the news, the same thing over and over and over again. Over and over again. Put some money in the schools with specialty teachers. Pay the teachers to teach the kids. Okay? Pay the teachers to teach your kids well. No babies until you are making a whole heap of money, have some money saved up in the bank, have a home, have a vehicle just in case you need to transport the child here and there. You know, you have transportation. No babies until you are safe and sound and secure, financially secured. Okay? Pump money into that system. This is Sherry Veronica.